Everybody talking about some how the Terminator Cobra was this, how the F bodies was this, how the Fox body ruled the world. The only reason you muscle car guys even lasted as long as you have is because a lot of you didn't have no real competition. All the cars that would have put a lot of these muscle car guys in their place were banned, and literally until like recently, like 2022, 2021, yeah, they finally allowed the real cars over here. But the biggest issue now is these vehicles cost an arm and a leg. I'm talking about $500,000 or more for a Nissan R-34, which I find very freaking ridiculous. Under the hood of the R-34 was a RB26 DETT, which is a twin turbo inline six. Now, in stock form, this thing made 280 horsepower, which is freaking ridiculous. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is you can easily make 500 to 600 horsepower on stock internals. Now, in the early 2000s, the only thing people had were the Supras, but people didn't catch on to how powerful they were until, I don't know, a movie called Fast and Furious. Now, the RB26 is just as good, if not better, than the 2JZ GTE. But what set the R-34 aside from all the other vehicles in its class around the time, all the other Japanese sports cars, was the Tesla system. This was an all-wheel drive, 280 horsepower coupe. And when turned up to like 500 to about 600 horsepower, this thing is damn near unbeatable. We're talking about a Nissan that's nastier than a marathon runner's underwear in 92-degree heat. We're talking about a car that's nastier than a professional anal bead tester. So there's often this debate on which is the best all-wheel drive platform. Now, I'm not going to be biased and say the Evos and the DSM cars, because in a straight line, yeah, I give it to them. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm being biased. But the truth is, it's going to be between Audi and Nissan with their Tesla system, the Quattro system versus the Tesla system by Nissan. Now, as far as like a Group B setting, I got to give it to Audi, because back in the day, they had 600 to 650 horsepower all-wheel drive vehicles flying through the crowds at like 150 miles an hour. I'm talking about catching podium win after podium win. Nobody could fuck with them. They were unfuckwithable. But when it came to like the 24 hours of Le Mans and just, circle track races and things like that, Nissan they were beating Porsche in everybody's ass. There was nothing that could touch them also. So, you have the problem of like, which is better, an unstoppable force or an immovable object? And in this case, I got to give it to Nissan.